come into the book of Galatians. No, I was looking for my what's called like the app. It's not like the app. What is it called? Let's go to Galatians chapter 4. Start at verse 7.
Galatians chapter 4, starting at verse 7. Wherefore thou art no more a servant, but a son, and if a son, then an heir of God through Christ. Howbeit then, when ye knew not God, did serve unto them which by nature are no gods. But now, after that ye have known God, or rather are known of God, how turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements, whereunto ye desire again to be in bondage? Ye observe days and months and times and years. I am afraid of you, lest I have bestowed upon you labor in vain. Brethren, I beseech you, be as I am, for I am as ye are. Ye have not injured me at all. Ye know how through the infirmity of the flesh I have preached the gospel unto you at the first. And my temptation which was in the flesh ye despised not, nor rejected, but received me as an angel of God, even as Christ Jesus. Where is then the blessedness ye spake of? Where is then the blessedness ye spake of? For I bear you record that if it had been possible, ye would have plucked out your own eyes and have given them to me. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Tonight we want to deal with the enemy of the truth. Amen. We talk about the elements of truth. But here we find in Galatians because I want to deal with this because I believe that many times when people begin to tell and speak truth to us, we take that as the enemy. We get offended by truth. We get angered by the truth. We get upset by truth, and we begin to try to change the truth of God into a lie. And some things when God begins to confront us about what we think and what we feel and what He said and how He sees us and how we say, no, that's not me, that's inaccurate, that's not true. And it really is the truth. It really is what we are. It really is something that we're dealing with. And this is Paul. He's dealing with these people. He said, we have a relationship. We have a bondship. And people who are close to you shouldn't have a hard time telling you the truth. He said, if I would ask you for your eye, you would have given it to me. If I asked you for these things, it wouldn't have been a struggle. But when I come to deal with you about the truth, that becomes a challenge. I can't get up in there now. So, tell you that it shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be.
Now, we got here, he said, listen, and because ye are sons, God hath sent forth the Spirit of His Son unto your hearts, crying, Abba, Father. This will be, I kind of went a little up before, but she started at verse 7. I want to say, because you are sons, God hath sent forth the Spirit of His Son unto your heart, crying, Abba, Father, because you are sons, because there is a kinship here, amen? If you notice, whenever God began to deal with the scripture, that's why we say brother so-and-so, y'all don't go to church. But usually brother so-and-so, sister so-and-so. Because it was denoting relationship that we are part of the same family. We are part of the body of Christ. We all have been adopted into this royal family. We all have been, we all ain't nobody, but Jesus, been birthed. We all are part of this adoption, but we have an understanding that He's our Father. There's a kinship between us and a level of understanding. We know what it's like to be alienated. We know we were shaped in iniquity and in sin. You know, where we can see there's an understanding about our process. That's where the compassion should come one for another, because I understand where you are. Because I'm at a different stage in my walk don't mean I can't understand. Because you're far ahead of me don't mean I should be able to understand. Because we came the same way. The journey is the same. You may chose a different path, but our results and our goals should be the same. And so he began to deal with this thing, and he began to tell them, he's trying to get them to understand the nature of kinsmanship, of sonship. He said, because you are sons, God has sent forth the spirit of his son upon your hearts, crying, Abba, Father. There is a spirit where we cry that kinsmanship. When we say Abba, Father, like that connection we have with him. You know, some of y'all still ain't make that connection because they ain't that place of surrendering yet. You know what I'm saying? It's just like whether you have foster children or children that are adopted, it takes a time period where some of them they catch it and that becomes their mom. You adopted me, you're my father, you're my mother. And others where it's a little harder because they have not let go of their old life to behold the new one. Amen. They still have the memory of that old family. They have the memory, and it's hard for them to let go of that memory to begin to reattach themselves to this new life or this new thing that's going on. And they find it very challenging, you know, that I got these people who love me, who want me. They may came from somewhere where they were not wanted or not loved or maybe not taken care of, to embrace people who do want them as opposed to people who don't. But God, I can share right there. Because that's what some of y'all did. You ain't even able to let go of people who don't want you.
That's right. Come on.
And embrace people who do want you. Come on here. You know, there's some lessons that my grandparents did. You know, my grandmother, I always talk about my matriarch and my patriarch, about them, things that they taught me about love and about life. And, you know, I've taken all those things in consideration as I began to shape, and I did a little too late. Things that they were telling me, trying to give me an understanding, give me a grasp about life and things that are important to me, because I don't know what it is. It's the humanness of who we are. It's a sickness that dwells in us that always wants something that does not want us back. There's a craving for something like, I'm going to turn your desire. I got to make you want me, even though you don't. I gotta want to make you be connected to me when you don't want to be connected with me. And it seems like we will put more effort in trying to connect with something that willfully and intentionally don't want to be connected, and someone there is a connection, how we fight that connection and don't want it. Lord have mercy. He said, wherefore thou art no more a servant but a son. Where is change? You're not just serving me, but you become a partaker of what you're serving. And this is what he said, no more servant but son. A son still has duties, but you understand that a part of the duty, it becomes a part of your inheritance. Yes. The servant serves and they never get the inheritance. But a son serves and he gets to get back what he's put into. That's what God, he's trying to tell you, that you're no longer just going to give, but if you come and you let me make this this connection that we want, that all that you're giving, there'll be something that you'll gain from it. That's why we'll be seated in heavenly places. Come on here. That's why you've been faithful of a few things. I'll make you rule over me. Because of the sonship, because of the kinsmanship that we have. What you're putting in, you're going to get something out. Amen. There are those who are, they're going to be pillars. They're going to be those who just be workers. You know, and that's all they ever going to be. Amen. But whatever you're going to be, if you don't get to be in the lake, it's a good place. Amen. And so, but some of us, you know, we want more. Amen. I don't just want to be there. I want to be connected. I want to be a son. I want to be a part of the sonship. I want to be a part of the family. That's not enough. I don't want to sit and look at everything from the glass window from the opposite side. I don't want to be on the outskirts. I want to be a part of the inner circle. Come on here, somebody. I want to be a part of it. This is what he's talking about. He said, listen, he said that, therefore thou art no more a servant but a son. And if a son, then thou art heir of God through Christ. So then you get to get the benefits of it. Come on here. But let me tell you something. You won't get the benefits of God until you recognize that he is the truth. Come on. See, we still deal with this element of truth because you still believe that there's something greater than him. That's why we're waiting on him. That's why he's last. That's how you pass him by, because you feel like something greater than him is coming along. I can't get no help here now. You won't be honest with yourself and tell yourself the truth, that the reason why you've not chosen Christ, because you feel like the devil has done something better to offer you. Come on, Father. He's more along with what you like. Come on here. Come on here. Because he's carnal, he's wicked and evil, and so are you. Amen. And so what he wants and what he desires, you can connect with. Because what God wants to desire for you is unappealing. Because you don't love what God loves. Come on here. Because if you did, you wouldn't have so busy loving the saints.
Oh, Lord.
You wouldn't hate what God hates. You wouldn't have an issue, separating yourself from the things of the world and things that don't please Him. That's how you know you ain't got the heart of God. We ain't got to ask nobody. We don't care how much you sing the songs of Zion, you shout, you dance, you know scriptures, you able to pray the prayer. You're not connected. Because your heart is not connected, because you still struggle to love what God loves. You don't love His word. You don't love to communicate with Him. You don't love to study and show yourself approved. You don't love going into the highways and hedges and compelling them to come. You don't love the worship, so you don't love Him. You don't even love His people. Come on here. You don't love Him. You love to drink. You love to smoke. You love to cuss. You love to lie. You love to deceive. You love to manipulate. You love to play games because you love the author of the games and the playing, which is the enemy. Come on here. You say you love God, but your actions show you love the devil.
The devil.
You don't love Him. But why? Why don't I love what God loves? God has to teach you how to love
Yes, He
love.
does.
Because you don't even know what proper love is. Amen?
Yep.
Until God begin to win you and begin to pull you and He begin to teach you how to love what He loves. You don't just come into the world like, oh, I love what God loves. You know what I'm saying? I hate what God hates. No, it don't happen like that. God has to teach you and He has to draw you to love what He loves. He has to draw you through His heart and teach you what is proper and what is orderly by Him and by His word. You don't just come into the world and say, you know what, I love God. You don't just come into the world and say, I love Him, I want Him, everything. You don't just come into the world and be like, God, everything is awesome, and everything is great, and everything is done. No, that's not what you do. That's not what you do. That's not how it happens. That's how things go. What happens, God has to teach you to love the way He loves. He has to say, I don't love that. I don't like that. You know, God, I like you. So, well, I don't. And then guess what you do? You change your appetite according to Him. That, I don't know how to do it. Higher. That's what you do when you're in a relationship. The person says, I don't like them no more. All of a sudden, you look at them and everything else, no, they act funny. I see what you mean. You don't like them. Ain't got no reason. It's always two left shoes. But let him or let her say they don't like them. All of a sudden, you finding a reason, finding something why you can't get along with them.
Come on.
But God said, I don't like that. That's not good for you. You know, but God, I do love it. I can't help it. I can't help with my heart. You don't like it. Yes, you can. Because we condition our hearts to tell our hearts. Come on here. You decide. Because guess what? Some people use their love 5 years ago. Why you ain't loving them now? Because you made up in your mind you didn't want to love them no more. Come on here. You made up in your mind that they weren't worthy of your love. Come on here. It wasn't that the same feeling wasn't there. They're the same person who they always been. They ain't got no better and they really ain't got no worse. Come on here. But you made up in your mind that you set a standard that no longer you were going to allow them to begin to treat you that way or accept that you went up, you leveled up from them, but they were still the same.
Come on, explain.
You just leveled up. Or some of y'all leveled down. You didn't go get nothing better. You went and got same. Same thing. Yeah. Just a different body. Same spirit operates, just a different body. Same vision, same minds. You know, I don't know why I keep attracting, because you attracting what's in you. That's the same stuff. Yeah. That same bitterness, that's why you get people bitter and angry and mad and y'all spend all y'all time fussing and fighting because that's what's in you. The same hell that's in you in them. And that's why, but no, because that ain't who I am. Yeah, that's who you are. That's who you don't want nobody else to know you are.
Come on, Pop.
But you're drawing people who are selfish and bitter, and you go, I don't know why, because I'm different from that. That's not how I would treat nobody. That's not, but yeah, you would. That's not maybe how you would treat them, because you want them.
Yeah, right.
But as the one that you didn't want and you didn't choose how to what's your
Come on now.
See, the one you want, they see the best in you, but the one who didn't, that's the one you cold to, and you sarcastic to, and you roll your eyes at, and you act funny with, and you don't want to be bothered with. That's the one. Ask them. Don't ask them. You really want to know yet? Go ask somebody in your relationship how well you communicate. Ask them how many flowers you sent. Ask them how sweet you were and how kind. And, oh my God. See if you still want to run them to your mama's house.
Oh Lord.
See if you still want them to meet your dad. And the truth about it, they ain't changed. Just who they was surface. don't make drastic changes like that. They just being who they were.
Come on.
The reality, you don't have the power to change nobody. It takes God.
That's right.
God didn't change them for you because you didn't even put them on the altar.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna leave that right there. Listen. It says we are, if a son, then the heir of God through Christ. There are some things that I am gonna get back because I have a right to, because I serve for it, I work for it, I labor for it. When I serve God and it's mine. And see, this is how you know you don't really want the kingdom, because you don't even take care of the kingdom. Not even the people in the kingdom. See, that's how we know you're not connected like that. Because see, one thing about when you really connect to the kingdom, you take care of things in the kingdom because they belong to God. And because that's a part of what you belong to, there is a way there's a way that you take care of it, there's a way that you handle it because of that level of connection. When it doesn't bother you, it's because you really ain't got that connection, because you know you really ain't gonna be a part of it. That's why you ain't that vested in church. You're not that vested in the people of God, because you really know what your ultimate end gonna be. Church is what you visit, ain't who you are. So you know your ultimate goal. You're not gonna be seated in heavenly places. You know, come on, he ain't gonna tell you, come on up. You've been faithful over a few things, let it make you rule over me. We're talking about the truth. And see, some guys need to be honest and say, you know what? That's not going to be me. Not because God don't want that to be you. It's because that ain't what you want. Be real. Be honest. See, what I'm learning about honesty, God can work with your honesty, your truth. It is the worst truth it is. He can work with truth and can change your truth. Because God is constantly wants to change the worst thing about you to the best. But he can't do that until you admit that some of y'all, you at the worst. You had the worst control of your eyes. You always lusted. You always in the flesh. Some of you, God can't deliver you from masturbation, but you still got people thinking that you just celibate and saved. You ain't even pulling and wagging and scratching and all of that. And so God can't even deliver you. Until you tell God, God, that is me. It ain't me, God, but I'm just saying, God, that is me. It was me. I said, God, it's me. And deliver, because I don't deliver from people. I'm like, God, it's me. I want to stay me. I would say, because I want to be free. See that? See, you so bound by folks. If you bound by folks, you don't even love like that. Lord. If I'm gonna be bound by people. Like you really gonna matter what you think. Right. Because I'm vested in it. I got value in it. Amen. But it's just pride. It ain't even value. You don't want the truth. And so God hate that. God hate that you keep pleasing yourself. That's why he can't give you nobody. He said you can't keep yourself long enough for me to give you somebody. Because guess what? That same spirit that will go please yourself, when you get somebody, you'll be mad and you won't even sleep with your wife, you won't sleep with your husband, you'll go please yourself before they get home and be like, I got a headache. I don't feel like it. That same spirit of service. Y'all don't believe it. It's the truth. Now listen, I counsel too many married folks. Let me tell you, it's the truth. It's just like if you lust before you get married, you don't marry and deliver from lust, baby. That same spirit that lust gonna lust right after you get married, and it won't be for you.
Come on, Father.
You love they can't take their hands off. Yeah, but when you become common, it won't be you that they'll be lusting to try to put their hands on.
Strange, something new.
They're like, I don't had that so many times. On something new.
Come on.
Listen, I don't been married. And I said, Lord, I want some strange. I'm sick of the same old. That's what I was, but I confessed. And people be like, oh. I said, yeah, I said it. I'm trying to be free. God will deliver me. Amen. Amen. Now I take old for nothing. Woo! I don't want to complain in that trip. I complain, God fix me. You have to be satisfied and grateful. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. I will be the next time, Jesus. That was the truth. It's the truth. I said it. And then God said, now how you like me now? I said, I don't. So you want to be honest about that? Listen to him. Yeah, you have to be true, but even when I feel lost, I say, Lord, help me, help my eyes. My eyes want to wander, so I stay home. I do what I have to do, and I come back, and I come back and I go back to the dungeon. I don't be going like, yes, Lord. No, I'm not going to the mall. I'm not running to the beach. No, I'm not. I understand. I ain't even running to the city. I ain't going to run to be slick. See, listen, nobody have to tell you about you. You know how you are.
You know, Lord.
And so when you know about yourself, what God waiting on you to be honest enough with yourself to discipline yourself to say, not today.
Lord have mercy.
That don't mean every day. That don't mean you can't never go outside, you can't help. But there's some days you know you're more prone to get in trouble than other days. You got to sit your behind down.
That's very true.
Don't run nowhere. Run your behind home and run to the floor and lay on the floor and say, Lord, help me. What we do, we still want another alternative than what God called you to be and do.
Right. Another alternative.
Well, can I go to the store? Okay, I'm gonna go to the mall. I'll go to Marshall's. Okay, I'm gonna go to Marshall's. I'll go to Starbucks. Okay, I'll sit in McDonald's. No, get your behind home. Lay on your floor and cry to Him. Amen. Amen, lights. Nobody want to say amen.
Amen.
You're an heir of God through Christ. You know that you tell you, I'm getting something out of all of this. See, one thing about it, we know the story of the prodigal sons, how one came and he said, Dad, listen, I've been working. I don't want to wait on my hand. Give me mine now. Give it all to me now. That's just like some of y'all. You just like him. You want all God got for you right now. Give it all to me now. Only for you to splendor it. To not even use it the correct way. To go use it on right. Because that's really what you want. That's why some of y'all ain't got no money, because God already know when you get it, you ain't going to do right by it. Hallelujah!
Amen.
God keeping you broke to keep you sane and keep you safe. Because some of y'all, you can't trust you. Yeah, you know, money can make you act funny. Money will make you cry, and some stuff money will bring you. Like, what? Yeah. Money will put you in an attitude that you have to be very careful and very disciplined with money. I ain't talking about a lot. You ain't got to have a lot of it.
Right. That's true.
Get a good $100. You're like, look, I don't eat that.
Yes, you do.
You like McDonald's, you got the mall and all. I don't know, mall. Yeah, you do. But now you got $100. But when you had $5,
come on now.
McDonald's, Burger King, 99-cent menu. Yeah, but now you can't eat off of it. You know, they upset my stomach. Yeah, you ain't getting them back gas and 100 gas later, food now. You know what I'm saying? But get money and watch how your appetite change, your palate.
Right.
It's sunny water. You can't drink any other water, faucet everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But get a little money. Bottle water, please. Like, what? You don't drink? Alkaline in the water. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you'll get very scientific and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I only eat kosher chicken. Only kosher. You didn't know what kind of chicken they had at Burger King. You just ate it. You know what I'm saying? Chick-fil-A. You don't know if that's kosher or not. You say, all I know is they killed them and fried them and I dipped them.
They say.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know, it still ain't kosher. Listen. But we get funny with money.
Right.
I don't want to be honest about that. But it's just like two prodigals. Son, he said, give me mine. One, you kept working. And some of us, we keep working knowing that there's going to be something we're going to gather in the end. But there are those you don't have the patience to wait what God has for you. That's why we keep making premature decisions. And this is what God did with me by me. He said, I keep sitting premature and I can't give you what you want because you rather have temporary than permanent. And he said the reason why, because see, temporary things come quick and fast and they have no stability with it. But you don't even care about stability because when you're driven by lust and desire, it doesn't even matter. It's only after you try to settle with something that's temporary and something that's not permanent. You try to make something temporary permanent, it never works. It cracks. And that's what we had. People we got and we tried to make them permanent and they were temporary. And so things began to crack and we end up being suffer behind it because we couldn't wait on the Lord and be of good courage. It takes courage not to fall subject to things that you know you're not supposed to. It takes courage to say, I'm going to wait on God. I'm going to see what He has for me. It does. It takes courage, and it takes a level of patience that most people don't have. Amen. But when you understand that you're an heir, you're going to get something out of that. This coming back to me, there's a certain way. When you know you're an heir, you know you're a ruler, then you know there's a certain level of loyalty. If you even notice, even in the natural, they get very upset. They won't let people of royalty. They just don't let them marry anybody. You know, that's why they say, oh, you can't. Like this, you know, you run out the way. You know, we just can't have you going to get nobody and just choosing nobody on your own because you don't even understand the attributes of what you should be looking for because you still have not have a full understanding of who you are yet. Wow. And the reason why they choose for them because they know that even at the stage that they are, even though they've been formally educated, they have all these things around them, they still don't see the value in themselves. They see the value of things that they possess, but not the value in them. And so they do have to match somebody who they looked at and looked at the stock and where they come from, their lineage, to understand that there's value in that lineage. And so when we connect you with somebody that when we produce something, it will be produced with the solitude of something that understands the value of who it is even before it comes. And when you look at Prince Charles, and they have an understanding about their kids, him and Prince Diana, about them kids, Harry, them, that they have an understanding of who they are. There's a confidence about who they are. They're not moved. Come on here, about people. I mean, they understand, I am royalty. Come on here. They have a confidence and a self-assurance that their mama did not have, even though she was royalty. Come on here. And but they try to put those type of powers together to produce a seed that is strong. And so what they do, that the seed comes out with an understanding of knowing who they are. And see, it's the same thing, but we can't wait on that process. I don't want to choose anybody choosing for me. I'm going to have what I want. Okay, you're going to have what you want, only to find out it don't have the value. And then once you've invested and gave it, you can't get it back. See, there's some things you can get back through brokenness that can be restored, but there's some things of value you can never, ever, ever return. You can never get back. You know, what God has, He has to give it over to you. He has to make it new, but He can't give you back what somebody took. And most things that you gave people, whether it be your self-esteem and your worth and your value, they never gave it all back to you. Who's going to give that back? Who's going to take the time to make sure you got back everything they took from you? When they took your value, your self-worth, and your self-esteem, they're not going through breaking it to make sure you got that back when they leave you. Matter of fact, they want to make sure you're not what you were when they met you. They want to make sure that you don't advance and you don't do better than them. And if I have to keep a part of you to make sure you can't get what you had before, then I'll do that. I don't know what we got on that. But anyway, verse 8, howbeit then when you know not God, do you did service unto them, which by nature are no God. Listen, howbeit then, watch this. When you knew not God, you did service unto them, which by nature are not gods. Now, when you didn't know God, you didn't have no problem serving people, doing for them. I don't understand people come. They was flunked to people in the world, got used, trashed, mishandled, and they come over here in the kingdom first. I can't do all that. You used to being used. But it ain't even for the kingdom. It ain't even for God. You'll go get people who ain't got no God present, where God, where stand you. You gave them everything. And he goes, I can't got nothing else. You ain't got nothing else. You have nothing else to give to the kingdom. Until Leroy Ragline come along and you'll muster up something to get him. So I just don't, I'm not encouraging. It just ain't, yes it is in you. Because you encourage that person who never encouraged you back, who you got nothing from the encouragement. Unfruitful, and then you come over here and tell me, oh, I just don't feel it. I ain't think of you too. That's a lie. But you encourage what you see, and that's what's in you. It's no God presence in you. That's why no desire in you to encourage people of God. That's why some of y'all it's hard for you to tell me, good job, don't give up, keep going, press on, God got you. Because that ain't in you. We're still talking about the truth. Amen? Amen. It's all right. He gonna help us. Amen. Amen. And by nature, they are not God. That's why people talk, oh, I would do, they have to be out. No, they don't. They don't. Clearly, they were no gods, and you served them. You gave to them. You worked for them. I know people who work for other people for years, got nothing from them. All the thing they got is a hand. Give me some more. And they gave to them and did for them and didn't complain. Because they thought they were going to get something in the end that never happened. Without a guarantee, but you say you can't do it by faith. Sure you can. You did all that by faith and got nothing. So you mean you can't use that energy and have faith in God? God won't let you end up empty. Yeah. Did and do and did and do. Ain't got nothing. Without even a promise. They didn't even promise you that. But you had a hope in them.
Come on now, that's real.
Quit talking, you need commitment. It's a lie. No, you don't. All you need is an idea of fruit that maybe something gonna jump out and you'll do the same thing.
Jesus. Come on now. Jesus.
I see people open up their heart to people they don't even know.
That's real.
Don't know where they from, don't even know if they watch the tail good at night. But honey, they committed to them. They, woo! But when we say be committed to God, I'm still struggling, I don't know if I
Apostle, no.
Are you kidding me? We can be like, yes, yes, yes.
Jesus.
You don't even know, I mean, come on. Any of y'all could be guilty.
That's the truth. Come on now.
You don't know, folks. But you be like, yes. Like, I believe in you. I believe in you. How do you know they're gonna talk? You can't even, you ain't never seen them face a picture. You don't even know if it's true yet. Is that their real face? You know what I'm saying? You could be the catfish. You know what I'm saying? You don't have heard of catfish or mudfish. What I'm saying to you is that it's in what God is showing you is in you, and you can decide who you give it to. We give it to the wrong people, and they'll be like, I ain't got no more. It's hard for me. No, it's not. Because it was easy for you to give it to somebody you didn't know.
That's so true. Right. Help me, Lord. Come on now.
But why would you do it? Because of a sense of pride.
That's right. Pride.
See, because I feel good because you know I'm making you. Because what we do, we like a build-a-bear. You want to build somebody so you can take credit of once it's done.
My God.
So you can say, look what I did. I encouraged you. I did this. Look at you. You what you are because of me.
Jesus.
See, when it's God, God gets all the glory. But you don't want to be honest that you want to. I had to tell God, I said, God, now that glory looks good. Can I get a little bit of it? I like the glory.
Come on, Papa.
You don't like the glory?
You too.
I do.
That credit, honey.
I just know it's His though. I like credit for stuff.
Yes, yes, yes.
I do.
Me too.
I like favor. I like, you know, I like being empowered. I do. But we're not even honest enough to tell the truth about it that we can't. And when people say you're a little private, I'm not private. Right there. But you're a little mean. No, I'm not mean. You look like you've been struggling in your flesh. You love it. Everybody loves it. But everybody ain't loving it at the same time as you today. How about that? You all. Everybody all. I mean, no, I'm being honest because, you know, we are. I'm like, well, come on. Like, why can't we be honest with you and say you off today? You just look like you just watched 1,000 hours of porn. Do you know that when you pray, I can hear it? I hear lust and porn, all this. Yes, Jesus.
Oh my God.
It'll tell up on you. Even in the prayer, I'm like, and then that's why I be like, and you didn't even repent.
Come on now. That's real. Come on.
You went to sleep with your hands in your pants and you didn't wake up and repent.
Come on.
It happens. It happens.
Come on now.
God ain't be nothing else to do.
Oh, Lord.
And then you didn't even repent.
Oh, Lord.
God? Like, well, that was interesting. Like, it even dawned, he said, Lord, forgive me, because you know last night my mind was all over. You ain't got to tell everybody. My hand was down in the pants. But no, at least just repent. Just repent.
Thank you.
And I was just like, you dirty bird, saying that dirty prayer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the Bible says, lift up clean and a pure heart.
A pure heart, Lord, help us, Jesus.
I'm just saying, y'all. I know nobody in there, but tell people they come tonight. That child, he preached on me last. This is it. I can tell you what all he said, though. That's it. But now, after you have known God, or rather are known of God, how turn ye again to the weak and beggarly elements wherein you desire again to be in bondage? God brought you. This is what I don't understand. When God free me, this is how I know I'm free. I be scared. I'm not going back there. I get afraid.
Get nervous.
So y'all will turn right on back. How do you go right back to that same thing? Like, even if you say you don't know God like that, God know you now. Because you called upon him and he brought you out of some stuff. He did some stuff to you. So even if you say, well, I don't know God like that. But God, now he knows you. And he know what he did for you. And now he see you going right back to those weak and, come on here. You're going right back to that bondage that you begged him to get you out of. God, please, God, just get me out of this. God, get me out of financial debt. I won't spend.
Come on.
He remember you calling him, telling you couldn't make it.
Come on.
God, I'm going to give 10 times, but God, let's stop lying. You know you're not going to get 10 times. If you get 10%, you'll be doing good.
Jesus. Right.
You try to lie and tell God you won't get 10 times what you had when God can't barely get 10% out you. It's the truth, y'all. Don't get mad at the truth, brother. Get delivered. So he's sitting up there listening at you lie. He had known of God how you turn to the weak and beggarly elements when you desire again the very thing like, God, if you get me out of the relationship, I'm gonna be led with you. I'm not gonna go and just be going and jumping in stuff.
Lord, that's real right there.
God, if you do it for me this one time, as soon as you go right back and say, I thought you were wait on God. I mean, it's taking God too long. Damn.
Lord.
I am waiting, but while I'm waiting, I'm just looking through stuff. I'm examining stuff. Like, why not wait on God? We spend more energy starting stuff that God ain't saying instead of staying in stuff that God did say. Like, if you use that energy to get through what God is saying and stay out your flesh, maybe it wouldn't be so difficult. That's my thing. I just didn't want to stay out of my flesh. But I got married in the flesh. I know not y'all, I did. What drew me was a big tail and a big chest. And I was led of the flesh. I said, well, Lord, that looked like God to me. That looked like that's what he'll give me. And I got it. But Lord, I ain't know the trouble came with it. And then I was like, God, I mean, you can put all that into something that's wants you.
Come on now.
They can do it. But I ain't want to wait on it. My flesh got out, I'm tired of waiting, I'm just going to go. Boom. And it wasn't in the world. Right in the church, I looked right when she passed the offering. I looked up and said, good God Almighty. I'm being honest, people lie right there, right there in the pulpit. I looked right out there, I said, look at Jesus. He did it for me. That's the truth before God. I said, listen, I want to talk to you out the church. That's the truth. This is the truth before God. This is how I'm honest to God. So I want to talk to you out the church. After church, I said, I believe that, and God don't spoke to me. I think you're my wife. It's the truth before God. She said, I believe. It's the truth before God. I said, well, maybe 6 months to get married. She said, we don't have to live that long life. That's the truth. That's the truth before God. And that's just how it was. And it was just flesh. And I kept saying, if God tell me this ain't him, I get off to I walk away. I lied. I'm being honest, because everything was saying saying no, no, no. But I wanted God to speak to me from heaven. Boy, don't do it! And he didn't do that. He kept speaking to me in a whisper. I say, I'm too close now. You did it one time and then I come back and do it. I did it in my mind. I said, well, let me have sex again. I'm going to do it alone. I'm being God won't lie. I'm telling you, I said, I'm going to have an annulment, but I'm going to get there. Then I'm going to get a no. And when your heart is right, God won't let you do it. That's I'm going to get it one more night, then I'm going to get it no. One more night, then I'm going to get it no. And then they turn me a year. Lord, I'm so ashamed by the truth. But that's the truth. That's what happened. Days turn into years. But that's why I tell you, you can't try to bargain with the devil. Right. And see, when you don't have the right motive, when you go into things to do things and your motive's wrong, and you think you got a way out of something that you know you don't supposed to enter into, thinking you're going to be able to stop it when you want it, you won't. Jesus. It's the same thing with drugs, baby. You can't even think you're going to stop it. It don't happen like that. I know God delivered me, because let me tell you, I was in college, I was still on the dean's list for cocaine and selling weed. I was, and nobody like even would imagine like me, because I'm a big kid, and you know, but it was me. I couldn't stay up, I just sleep. I be trying to study, so I was snorting to stay up, and it was the truth. And I had drug dealers friends, and they would give it to me. I didn't have to buy it, because that probably would have kept me off. If I had to buy it, I would, you know.
Come on now.
I probably wouldn't got some white friends. But no, but I'm being honest. That's the truth. But what I did, but the Lord knew where it was leading me. Right. And God snatched me out. He snatched me out. It was Him. I didn't know how to stop, because it just like He said, I'm just gonna smoke weed. I was smoking weed, and then I was weed. I was smoking weed. Then I was somebody and then you just somebody put a line up like and you just end up just trying it, like, you know. Right. And for a while I was resistant. I'm like, just give me the weed and go. But while I was like, I'd never smoke weed. I'd never, ever, ever smoke weed. And then I did. It never became quick. And it was just leading. The enemy had a trap set, but the Lord delivered me. That's why I tell people, God to the utmost. I went to one step, and it was to the altar. God can do it. He can clean you up. I ain't supposed to smoke since. I'm telling you, He can do it. He can, but you have to desire. You have to have that desire for that thing for it to happen. I didn't even know what I needed, but God knew that if I didn't get it, see, you have to understand the truth about most of y'all come from addicted families. Where they were either alcoholic, drug addicts, or whatever. But we don't even want to be honest. You want like, no. You know that they do. And even though they weren't sloppy drunk in front of you, some of them were functional alcoholics, or functional drug addicts, and they still was getting high and getting drunk, but they were still able to go to work and stuff. That doesn't mean my granddad was a functional alcoholic. He drank, but he worked and he took care of his house. Not my mother's father, my dad's father. He did. And he was a functional alcoholic for years. Let me tell you something. My grandfather got saved in that he was 80-something. But he got baptized, saved and baptized. I know God will do it. Let me talk about that too old. We take him right on down in His name. Come on here. It ain't never told. God can do it. But for years, and that scared me. I was like, I'm that throwing up. I knew that was never gonna be me ever. Because I, as a kid, when I stayed with my grandfather would get drunk and he would throw up. And the smell of that throw up, I would go into the bathroom, I could still smell that throw up, and that would make me nauseous as a child. I said, I've never, even when I don't care how drunk I got, I would not let myself throw up. I just couldn't, because the thought of the smell of that was just, I couldn't do it. I said, I would not do that, and I didn't do it. But what I'm telling you is that you have to become the term for the truth of that and understand who you are. You understand that you've been adopted into a family. You weren't born holy. You've been adopted to a family that's already holy, meaning that God's family, He adopted us and brought us into His family. We were born in iniquity. We were shaped, we were shaped in iniquity, and in sin were we born. So you didn't come all together. All the elements of the world is in you. You're prone to do everything. But through this adoption, he teaches you different. Isn't that what you do when you a kid who adopt to a family? You have to teach them the ways of that family. God come to teach you his ways because that ain't where you come from. That ain't what you used to. There's some things you know about, even though you adopt, you still know that DNA is in you, that you're prone to it. I'm prone to be old. That's how I have to fight that. I'm prone to that. I'm prone to just want to date everybody 3 women at one time, playing games on the phone and all of that. Saved by Holy Ghost, Spirit, not baptized. You have to still watch yourself because you're still prone to that old nature. It ain't dead, it's still alive in you. And that DNA, that structure, those elements, those things that make you who you are. That's how you have to fight that. That's why he said you have to, God, create me a clean heart and renew the right spirit within me. Come on, God, God, renew the spirit of my mind, because my mind want to think back to what my family is and what they agree to and what they say is okay, even though, God, you say it ain't. I have to constantly do it. I'm not. I always said I'm not going to have kids strung all over the place. That was difficult. The devil wanted me to have kids. So as soon as I said, well, I'm not going to do it. Well, the first thing you do, you get loose, you want to hold all around. Amen. He didn't want you to have kids everywhere. Just bless. God didn't do it. He didn't allow it to be so. But I said, God, I don't want that. But sometimes what you don't want, you still prone to.
That's so true. That's true.
But that's how you have to fight. That you like, you don't know I'm trying. No, I do know. Because it's in me. I come from a whole line of weed smokers. Prone to smoke weed. And I have to say, no, weed don't still smell good to me. I just know I can't smoke it. Just because I got saved, I'm like, that's a stinking weed. No, it ain't stinking to me. I just understand that. I just understand I can't smoke.
Right. Amen.
See, just because I still would like to have 3 or 4 wives. I just know I can't. That nature of wanting that is still in you.
Right.
You fight that old nature to take on the new nature. Come on here. Whatever you're prone to is still there. You have to fight that and resist that. People like, you don't know I'm trying. No, you're not trying. Because what I know, everybody, it's a daily fight.
Come on.
What Paul said, I beat back my flesh daily. Every day. But you don't want to do it. You want to go and do what you want to do. Then you want to complain about how it's so hard to be saved, how it's so hard to have money, how it's so hard, life so hard, and so on. If I spent all my time talking about how hard life was, I wouldn't have a life.
Come on.
You got to make a decision, regardless of what life is, to have a better life. I keep saying, devil, you alive, because he said above all things, he wished that I prosper and being good health, even as my soul prospers. So prosperity is not something I got to pray for. It's something I just got to walk in. It is his promise and will for my life. Amen. We observe days and months and times and years. Let me just say this. Every time you say, oh, I got to run to this, and this is this special day. People are like, oh, on Facebook, get on my nerves. Talk about, oh, this is I love you day. Send it to 10 people, send it back to me. I ain't sending it. I don't observe them kind of days. Every day is a love day. Get out of here. But we run to days and months and different things, elements, but you won't run to God about that. When God says it's time to fast, you can't observe that day, but you want to observe a day. You supposed to, this movie day, or this time I do a so-and-so, or this is my special day, my rest day, this is my me day, this is my spa day. You observe all them days, but you won't observe God days. Yeah, you got all of them. You observe days, months, and times, and you, oh, this, I don't do nothing after this time. You observe, mostly lying, but you act like you observe the salt rules, the times of the salt rules, but do your mind shut down when you shut your phone down? Because you don't stop calling, but you still pulling on somebody past that time. Ooh. Like, if you gonna shut it all the way down, he don't want you just shut the phone down. You want to shut your mind down and your lust with it.
Amen. That's so real.
Lord. Shame.
But you don't want to shut that down. But you like, like, oh, you want to appear to be holy. Like, no, man, God. I'm holy. No, you're not. You're not holy. And you're going through these princes doing ritual things to give a pretense that you Oh, you so deep in God when it's a lie. Because when they know you, that's why I be like, I don't even fool with church girls like that because they be lying. Just get somebody who just say, you know what, I'm going to feel this in. Okay, I can deal with you. At least I know what you got. It's the same one. When I was dating my ex-wife, she went one time, she kissed me. And I said, I went back to her, I said, oh, she kissed me. I told her. Right there, I said, oh, and you talking, look, wearing them long skirts and stuff. I'm like, girl, stop. I know that's a lie. Listen to that. And sure enough, like, them the ones who, them the ones flesh hotter than cayenne pepper. They waiting to be touched. Woo! Yeah. The one in the world I'm been touched, she in that thrill, you like, oh. You okay?
Sorry.
The one, that's the truth. The one who really say she's been touched with like, child, now move your hand. But it's
Move your head. Oh Lord. Stop. Oh my God. Shivers.
I don't believe she's gonna break. She's like, I'm not gonna let that my friend. I think bless me though. I like the blessing shot. Variety's in the house. Listen to that. I thank God for variety. Listen.
Oh Lord.
I'm afraid of you. At least I have bestowed upon you your labor in vain. Like, come on here, like we doing all this work for nothing. We do all this to bring you out for you to walk right back in. Tell us, no, the saints ain't praying for you. We prayed for you last week. You walk right back into that same thing. No resistance. Didn't try to fight. You walk back to the devil. The devil ain't call you. You back already?
Lord.
You ain't even call you. You just walk back to him on your own. That's a shame when the devil ain't even enticing you. You just go back on your own. And it's people the devil ain't doing. It was them on their own. He was surprised to see him so soon.
Oh my God.
That's what y'all think I'm kidding. This is true. Brother, I beseech you, be as I am, for I am as ye are, and ye have not injured me at all. He said, listen, this ain't gonna hurt you to do what's right.
Help me, Lord.
When I tell you I'm being honest about my flesh, so you be honest about yours, every day ain't easy. There are some tough days that it's hard to get through and trust God and believe God. But I still believe I'm not going to go yield to my flesh just because it's a difficult or I got to show God I got heart. Some of y'all got strength, but you ain't got no heart. Even when I used to be a Slim Jim back in the days. I'm going back. But they said you can put in your pants either, so don't be looking, okay? Anyway, back to me. So you're right, Kissy. Amen. But it's not going to injure you to do the right thing. We got like, God, if I do the right thing, be as I am, because it is difficult, but you have to fight, you have to confess, and you have to walk yourself through areas that you know that are challenging you. Like, you know, we call people like, yeah, damn, I'm not, nobody holding no great big high standard. We just say, oh, it's time to come out from among us, be separate, says the Lord. And so we can't touch the unclean things, so God can receive us. There's some things you can't touch and do and have your hand involved in and still keep your heart pure. There's some things that may not even be nothing wrong with that, but you can't keep your heart pure with it. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you know that if you do it, your heart won't be right. And so some things you can't put your, even some family stuff, I ain't got nothing to say about that. Because I put my hand in it, my heart gonna change.
That's right.
You got to leave it where it is, because if you put your hand in it, your heart changes. You know, your whole view, your whole concept about it will be altered by it. That's how you have to look and discern like certain things like, I can't deal with that. That got nothing. I'm gonna pray about it and I'm gonna stay out of it. But we don't know, because somebody asks you, they bring you into it, they entice you in, and now you're involved in something you never should, and it's now affecting your heart. Now you can't sleep. Now you ain't got no peace. Now it upsets you. You got to know what you can handle and know the truth. Like you people like, oh, tell me, and then they tell you and you upset. You got to understand. You tell me that I don't want to lie. That made me upset me.
Right.
There's certain truth you ain't ready to handle yet. Some truth that's spoken, it wasn't designed to hurt you. It was designed to wake you up. And but we get offended by truth. And everybody say they want the truth. But when you get it, you so offended by it, you mad, you upset. Truth should never make you upset. It should make you mad. It should make you want to be better. Some things are hard to hear, but they're necessary for your growth and development. That's why we ain't grown properly. We can't be developed properly because we don't want to hear the truth that will cause us and provoke us to be better. But when you do, you know it because it'll refresh you, it'll charge you for change.
Right.
You know, that ain't me. What we do, we say that ain't me. And, you know, we love the favorite thing, you judging me. Well, somebody got to judge you, you won't judge yourself. The Bible says judge yourself and you'll be judged of no man. That's how you ought to be. I feel like all my life I've been judged because you will never say you wrong. On your own. But what we do, we don't take full responsibility. You know, I can talk about my ex-wife and all she was, but the bottom line is, I wasn't a great husband. I was an excellent father, though. But those are two different roles. I'm just honest enough to be honest, and it took me a while to be honest, like, man, I wasn't that good of a husband. Being good in bed don't make you a good husband. That make you a great lover. It can make you a great boyfriend, but that don't mean that make you a great husband.
Right.
Being able to provide for your family make you a great provider, but that don't mean that make you a great husband. Right. And see, when the elements of what it is to be a husband, you got to provide, you got to nurture, you got to cover, you got to encourage, you know, you got to support. It's got so many elements that are attached to it that you find that some things you're deficient in or some things you just don't want to do. Or you're not consistent at doing those things.
Right. That's true.
I value my children. That was my top value. And you can do that and they still not turn out what you want to be. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Everything I got for my children, they ain't in it, but I ain't gave them hope. I know they're going to be because God said it.
Right.
But that could be what you invest the most in. But God trying to bring you to a better balance. But what we do, we invest in things that make us feel good about ourselves. And one thing about children love you in spite of and not because of. And so I poured my thing in that I know that will love me back, that will have my back, will have my support regardless. And that's what I poured my value into. Do I regret it? No, I don't. Would I do it differently? Yes, I would. Because now I understand balance. It's enough to go around if you do it the right way. But it takes God to understand how to be a husband and a father and, you know, a provider and all those things. And if you try to do those things without God, you're going to be good in one and you're going to be deficient in the other.
That's true.
You see people, they are very good to their spouses, but they ain't got no relationship with their children. Or their children don't really know them. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know them. So you really have to pray that it takes God to bring you in a place of balance that you're able to do both and be efficient and do it well. Amen. And that's just the truth. And it's hard to hear that and know that because especially what you're gonna live. You know, it's hard for you to know what you're gonna live than even where you are. Because you don't want to believe you were that bad, or you don't believe that that happened because of that. You don't have to take the credit. Go, I know I wasn't the best, but I mean da. But when you really get real and you really get true, you just say what you did and you don't say nothing about nobody else.
Come on, Father.
That's when you know that you're fully accountable. You don't put it on a circumstance or situation, or nothing. It's just you.
Right.
It was just me. Amen. You know that how through my infirmity of the flesh, I preached the gospel to you at the first. He said, even though I was suffering, even when you're going through, people got to still preach. You got to be like, oh, I wouldn't. He's got this infirmity sick, but I'm still declaring you. Paul was dealing with, he was dealing with a physical element in his body, see. But he still was declaring the word. You get a cold, you can't even come to church. No let you God use you. We need to pray. I told you I got spirit. Pray through the spirit, though maybe he'll hear you. I've never seen people, they'll go to work with every element.
Right.
They'll go to the store, to the mall, to the movie with every element. They'll drive around and go pick up food with every element, but they can't take that same car, can't make it to church. Honey, they sick as a dog, honey, they at Burger King, they at McDonald's, they somewhere getting some food, they ain't that sick.
Right.
They can drive, eyes water, my eyes red, water, but they can see their way to in that car to drive somewhere. It's sad.
Help us, Lord. Oh, element.
But I'm going to keep you, thank God for you until you can do it. It said, my temptation which was in my flesh, ye despise not, nor reject it, but receive me as an angel of God, even as Christ. He said, in my temptation which was in my flesh, ye despise not. People won't despise if you're honest with them and tell them, like, listen, there's a struggle in your flesh. He said, Paul talked about his temptation. But said, you didn't even despise me because of my struggle. The challenge at first, it wasn't that Paul was struggling in his flesh like that. But I think he said Christ, he kept asking to be delivered. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he wasn't, because Paul was not attractive. He had a humpback. He wasn't what you want. The saints were wanting you. When somebody was seeing that power and authority, they would be like, yes. They said, he preached under the anointment. Somebody would have grabbed him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all so carnal. Listen. But he was saying that even though he was tempted in his flesh, he was talking about his struggle, his challenge. But they still received him. They didn't despise him. They didn't look at him. And that's what we do. That's why the church will become less judgmental. And somebody comes and say, you know, I used to steal all the time. You be like, oh, amen.
Yeah.
The saints stop moving stuff to the side. Somebody say, ooh, you know, I was an adult. I used to be everybody's husband in the church. People, they be like, they go looking at their husband like, you know, I tell you, don't let me catch you in her face again. I heard her say hello to you twice. The woman don't got delivered, but you ain't gonna let her outlive that past. That's why the saints ain't honest.
Right.
Because they know if they tell you the truth, you're gonna use it to them and throw it in their face and drag them through the mud. And they leak this out. I thought people don't want to be honest. You say, well, why you not honest? Why won't you be true? And they say, I'm afraid because if you tell the church the truth, then they're gonna tell everybody your weakness, and then everybody gonna judge you on your weakness rather on your strength of who you are, that you've been converted, that you've been changed. Lord help the church, amen. But he talking about they treating them, he said they treated them as an angel of God, like they didn't look down upon them. And this is why I always like people who come straight from the world into the church, because they real and they never judge. It's the people who grew up in church and all you know is them devils. They mean, they judge you, they'll turn everybody to church against you and all of that. But people come, they was like, you know what? How am I judge you? You know what? I just was on crack 2 days ago. You know, they do like that. Like they'll be honest. You know what I'm saying?
He said I was on crack.
They'll be like, child, I was just legs in the air. No, which guy I was in, which guy was in. She was like, Apostle, I thank God for your CD. I had this meditation. She said, I was listening to your CD and I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was being blessed, and the old boy came over and he hit it straight from the back. And the church, we almost fell out.
In the mic.
And I was like,
What?
on a meditation scene? I was just shocked. I'm at the front of the church, I'm like, I wasn't expecting her to say that.
She was dead.
She was like, I just thank God for that meditation study about that thing, bless me. I'm like, amen. But this is what you get for being religious. I'm like, she said, our boy came over, he put it out, like, I was like, oh my God. What do you say? I was just like, Jesus. I was just like, you seeing it? On a meditation CD, I'm praying. I was just like, I'm praying. The glory down. I was like, Lord.
Oh, man.
I ain't written that kind of laying the hands on, but you know, I just had to respect. I said, that's not true. You know, then I'd say, don't give her the mic no more. But you said at church, don't give her the mic no more. We don't want nobody else to know. I ain't want nobody else to do like that. You know what I'm saying? They're like, she using, you using. They're like, no. But you know, she's getting delivered. Always getting devils cast out of her. But she came and she was honest. And what we do, we'll come and we won't be honest. And so we just go further and further and further and further. At least she was trying to get right. She was listening to gospel. You listen to R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? No, he ain't gonna lead you there. But they repented afterwards. And it was sensitive. Well, that's where it starts sometimes. What you say, Des?
Yes, start sometime.
Okay. Amen, honey. Get free. Amen. Listen. Where did the blessedness we spake of?
There.
Well, I bet you reckon that if it had been possible, you have plucked out your own eyes and have given them to me. He talking about the extent of the love that the people have in him. How people can be real with you, and one end, you know, they're willing to do anything for you, whatever you ask them, whatever is required of you. He talking about how these people didn't judge him, they didn't put him down, they received him as an angel, you know, all of this. But he said now the issue ain't even that. And people will walk with you until you begin to deal with them. People don't mind you telling the truth about you, but when you start telling the truth about them is when the issue comes. It don't bother me that you being honest and telling all your business and putting it out there and talking about all you did. What bothers me is when you start telling me what I'm doing. And see, some people, and what we do, we keep it nice for people. I won't talk about your mess and you don't talk about mine. And we just play church with each other. We don't play that here. Amen. He said, am I there for your enemy because I tell you the truth? And this is what it's all about. I'm telling you, don't be calling top people ain't for you because they tell you ugly truths about you that you didn't want to hear on Facebook yourself. It's those people who are able to tell you the raw truth that makes you better. My best friend said to me one time, and I got so mad, we almost fell out, but like that was one argument, we only had one argument. And he said to me, I said, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. He said, man, calm down. He said, you don't wanna be trade of all things to the master of love. Jack of all trades, the master of none. I said, how dare you tell me not to be a master of everything I do? I flipped all the way out. But what he was telling me, quit stretching yourself so thin in everything and find out what you really want to do and be passionate about it and get up and, you know, and go to bed with that thing drive you. But I took it as though he was trying to tell me that because of the multitude of things I was trying to do that I couldn't be good at. And we thought all the way out. And he was trying to explain, but you know, I ain't gonna do that. But he waited till I calmed down. He said, can I please talk to you and give you understand? I was like, but you better not tell me I ain't no better. And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, I know, you know, that was my best friend. We've been basically 30 years, but I got mad. Because sometimes when you've been put down and people tell you the truth about things that you know yourself, that you're doing too much, it still will offend you. Instead of being honest and say, I'm trying to find out what I really want to do. So I'm doing all these things until I can find out what I want to do. And it may appear, it may look like I'm trying to do too much, and it may be the truth. I may need to settle down and find out where my passion is to do that one thing. And that's all we tell you, but you can be offended by truth that people are telling you to make you better. I tell you that all the time, all kinds of boys. You gotta listen. You can't grow and be great at business if you can't take instructions. Because nobody will trust you with, God will allow you to occupy a position to be something that you ain't been. You can't, God ain't gonna allow you to manage people when you was never serving to nobody. God won't allow you to be a leader and you never was a follower. He won't do it. And even if the enemy allow you to do it, it's a setup and a trap and you fail. Because you have to have the compassion, you have to understand what it is to follow so you'll appreciate when God promotes you, leads you. That's why a lot of companies, they rather promote from within somebody who don't work themselves up the right because they know they understand. Sometimes it's hard to have people that have compassion when they've never done the job or they've never been in a position because they lack of understanding and compassion for people who are underneath them. Because they think everybody on their level. You know, and it's very challenging. That's why you have to be very careful. That's why you got to be able to take the truth and take instruction and take those hard things and not always believe that because people are telling you things that are hard about you, that they hate you, they're against you, they ain't giving you a chance. What God tell me, you know, every night you get you always hard out, man. You get here, God help me. And I'm like, to whom much is given, much is required. I laid my hands on you and I've done mental that I placed on. So you think that's free? You think that's easy? You think that, no. Yeah, you're supposed to go through, you're supposed to earn it. No, it's not supposed to be easy. You know what, I understood one thing when I found I had to pass God, give me a love for the people that I can love the way you do. Because if you don't, you will despise the people you're supposed to lead. You'll be mad, you'll hold grudges. You have to ask God for that. God, give me a heart to love the people, see them as you. Because God is not offended. He don't hold grudges against his people. Y'all do. That's why you got to say, God, give me that heart. And he'll give you that heart to love them. And you'll be upset sometimes because you'll love people you don't want to love no more. You think you show love no more. But God still loves them. And guess what? He don't mistreat them. And that's why I tell you, you got to love people even and give people a chance and understand them. Now that don't mean, God has a limit. That's why I tell people, don't let grace run out on you. Because it's long suffering, but they ever suffer. You have to know what people do. They assume because it's church of people that the grace always, it's not, it will run out on you. I would say to my nephew when he was in college, Mike, he used to call me and, you know, he was like, oh, I need this. And he would, I would send money for his books and he was like, oh, I need this and I ain't got no food and all this. And I would be compassionate because I played the same games with my mother. And so, you know, I would be compassionate. I would send him money and send him money for this and send him money for his friend. He didn't want to live on campus because he had not been in the army. He wanted to live off campus. But you ain't have no money. And so, but I was helping him, and the Holy Ghost said, don't send him nothing else. And I told him, I said, you can talk all day. The Holy Ghost said, don't send you another dime, and I'm not. He said, you know, he was like, darn. He was like, well, that's all right. You don't want to do for me? I'm like, no, I don't. And it was at that point that he realized, he said, he knew then, he said, the game's over, because he was plundering his money on his stuff. And while I was sending money for his rent, sacrificing for my own house, trying to pay his rent while he going and doing his money, going out and everything else. And then it wasn't me, God said, no more. And it's something about when God, you know, he hits you and he tells you no more, then you can't. You can't do it. Even if you want to, God will be like, no. And that's why I keep telling people. And when God says no, it don't matter. I'm going to obey him. I don't care how much I feel, but it's just that. And you don't want to get that. You don't want grace to run out on you. Take the truth, even if you don't like it, even if it makes you cry. Take that truth. Grow from that truth. Don't run from it. Don't let enemies tell you all the reasons why it ain't the truth about you. Take it, whether you lie, whether you're lustful, whether you're perverted, whether you're angry, whatever, whether you're whole, whether you're, whatever you will say, that's the truth about me. But I don't have to stay that way. It's in my ability to speak that truth that God has the power to change. And let me tell you something, you got to want the truth too. Some of y'all can't walk in the truth of what God says about you because you don't want to receive it. You don't like what truth looks like. But I want to encourage you tonight to not only just hear the truth, but receive the truth so you can live the truth. And it's in this liberation of truth. Be able to accept the truth that people are telling you about you, and not as your enemy, but as your friend. Let me tell you something. What my mother told me one time. She said, I don't care if people telling you the truth and they just said it to her. It still benefits you because it's gonna push you to be better. You upset, but it ain't gonna lie.
Right, Lord.
You mad? You said, well, they had wrong intentions. Okay, it don't matter because regardless of what people's intentions about, if it's the truth, it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. You hear me? It's gonna change you. Amen.
Amen.
All right. God bless you. I tell you, they're gonna love the truth.